29th, 1999, Wednesday. U.G.'s harangues have started again. He has sent me a copy of his email to Bob. Besides criticizing India, he complains in the letter that I and my behavior are extraordinary and are preventing him from coming to India, and that I am tormenting Suguna. I know my behavior and my mind very well. My mind has been struggling to move away from U.G. and step out of U.G.'s way as much as possible. Nowadays I am not relishing anything connected with U.G. Remember, this is under the title Prayer to U.G. Nowadays I am not relishing anything connected with U.G. I don't feel like listening to U.G.'s tapes. I don't feel like talking about him. I don't feel like listening to what he says. I don't feel like seeing him, spending time with him, or inviting him to India. When I hear that he is coming to India, trains run in my heart.
Trains.
Is that the prayer?
Yeah, exactly. That's the irony of it. I worry, thinking, why in the world is he coming? I have been going around picking up things to do as if they are the most important things in the world, and not bothering about U.G.'s affairs at all. Moreover, I have been reconciling myself by telling myself that U.G. has turned me into such a person through his behavior.
Such a what?
Turned me into such a person through his behavior. I have been justifying my behavior by telling myself that it's only due to his constant efforts to keep me away that this desire to move away from him has taken root in me. When I read that email, when I read the email, that email yesterday, my mind has become troubled. U.G.'s email to Bob. After I went with Suguna to the hospital, and the doctors described Raghavendra Rao's condition to us and told us that it's impossible for him to live, or rather to keep him alive, my mind covered even more. Some unknown fears. Although I was reassuring Aruna and Venkat and offering them words of advice, I was agitated. What's going to happen? What things are going to end at the end of the year? At the end of the millennium? I hear the sound of someone roaring. This is not the end. This is the beginning. I know why U.G. has been ranting and raving about me. Although it's clear to me that he knows what's happening in my heart of hearts, my mind wouldn't admit it. Although it's clear to me that he knows what's happening in my heart of hearts, my mind wouldn't admit it. My tricky mind uses ploys to find fault with U.G. and say, you are the cause of all this misfortune. All this is happening because of you. U.G. instantly knows all my thoughts, plans and ploys. He instantly knows all my thoughts, plans and ploys. I am also aware that he knows instantly that my mind is striving constantly to become distant from him and to escape from my life as it relates to him, and that it is trying to forget itself in vain through these various meaningless activities. This is not a game. U.G. is none other than Shiva incarnate.
Oh my God.
There are no boundaries there. Although all happens in my head is not reflected there, all that happens, it should be there. See that?
He said it.
Catch something. All that happens in my head is not reflected there. U.G. vibrates in accordance with them. No matter how he vibrates, his vibrations reflect my behavior and personality. I can't control the turmoil generated by my mind. What should I do now? What could I do that would please U.G.? What sort of behavior would please U.G.? It's useless to think in these terms, in these lines. The real I in myself, the I which nested itself in me, and the I which arrogates to itself constantly, that I am doing it, that I is the real problem. That I is the real problem. U.G's message is not a divine symbol. It's a direct command. U.G knows all my attempts to prolong this separation, to escape from him by staying away, to hide behind walls and backs, and steal away like a thief and avoid being detected. As soon as I think, finally it's safe here, let me rest, the ubiquitous U.G taps on my shoulder. Where can I escape? I say, Anyatha Sharanam Nasti, Tvameva Sharanam Mama. You are my only refuge, I have no other rescue. And I plot to escape by taking refuge. A verse from this morning's Venkateswara Suprabhatam, Good Morning to Venkateswara, is ringing in my ears and mouth. Ajnanina maya doshan nyeshan vihitan hare kshamasvatvam sheshashaila shikhamane. I am reciting in myself. I am committed many wrongs. I am reciting in myself that particular prayer. I have committed many wrongs in my ignorance, O Lord. Please forgive me. Be merciful to me. Don't burn me like this. Don't let me desire anything but you. Even by tormenting me, cleansing me, or tearing me into pieces, hold me within you. This life of mine is granted by you. It must be completely dedicated to you. Please make sure that it's not wasted. Everything is in your hands. Save me from the evil thoughts of rejecting you and moving away from your presence, and turn me toward you. Please listen to my prayer, at least at the end of this millennium. You can burn me, torture me, or torment me, but save me from this goblet of poison. This is my prayer, Lord. I feel like blurting out like this in front of U.G's photo. The end.
And shut up.
I am you.
Right. Oh, I dare not say that to you, sir.
You can. Anything else?
Enough is enough.
There are a lot of pretty important things in this. This is one of them.
Read one more.
Read one more?
No.
Okay. I shut up. Huh?
Huh?
Two requests to read more.
What?
It's very nice, U.G.
Sharmila is very interesting.
Who is Sharmila? That psychologist in Hyderabad, the famous
Right.
psychologist.
Right.